Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Okay, people, this Texas Snow Bunny woman by the name of Amanda Zaryuzinski, she's not letting it go. She's got these two black men, she's lying on them, and she continues to lie and she's sticking to her story. These brothers just ran into a snowstorm, an avalanche, blizzard type stuff. Messing in the snow, you know what I mean? So in this story right here out of Texas, a place called Manville, Texas. Now this place is a kind of a culturally diverse place. We have two black men and a white woman here. Amy Zaryuzinski, but we're gonna call her Amy Z. The black men are John Marks, and he has a friend by the name of Detective Freddie Douglas. Okay, so those are the three people in this story. John Marks, his friend, Detective Freddie Douglas, and a white woman by the name of Amanda Zaryuzinski. We're going to call her Amanda Z, okay? Now, this woman, Amanda Z, she's in her early 40s. And at the time of this story right here, she was separated from her husband who was living in Hawaii. She claims to be a single mother. So what happens is she moves across the street from this brother by the name of John Marks. Now, this man, John Marks, is a businessman. I guess he does well for himself in his early 40s as well, okay? They live in this spot in Texas, Manville, Texas, or whatever. So she moves right across the street from John Marks. These two, they had an ongoing relationship. I guess they busted up. They friends or whatever. They started talking and whatever, and then it turned into an intimate relationship for several months. They're hanging out. They're doing all kinds of sleepovers and stuff like that, all that other stuff, you know what I mean? So on the night that caused this story, John Marks, he has a detective friend named Freddie Douglas with the El Campo Police Department. Now this dude right here, Freddie Douglas, he loves to play in the snow. He's a detective. He was also awarded Officer of the Year at his police department. So John Marks has a snow bunny across the street, and his homeboy, Detective Freddie Douglas, his wife, that's what he does. That's what he does. So for Detective Freddie Douglas's birthday, John Marks takes him to a Houston Rockets game to celebrate, okay? So after the game, they all go to John Marks' house. Amanda Z, the white woman, is going to meet them there. All three, they're going to go there and chill out. They're going to have drinks, get a late night swim as they plan. Okay, so again, people remember it's Detective Freddie Douglas's birthday. So all three of them, they get in the pool. They swimming around, talking, drinking or whatever, talking about whatever. Amanda Z and John Marks, remember, they already have a relationship, an intimate relationship. So while they're all there, they just start doing what they do. Consensual, whatever. They start doing what they do. You know what I mean? So then Amanda Z, she let the birthday boy, Detective Freddie Douglas, come in and do consensual stuff with her also. You know what I mean? They're doing the whole snowstorm thing. You know what I mean? So the night ends. They thought everything was cool. No problems at all. It's over. A week later, everything changes. A week later, Amanda Z goes to the Manville Police Department and reported that these black men held her against her will, ripped off her bathing suit, raped her, moved her from the pool into the pool house, into the house, and did what they wanted to do with her for hours, all the way into the next morning. She says that this assault was forceful enough to cause months of bleeding down there and require surgical intervention, leaving her with lasting physical scarring. That's what she went to the police and said a week later. So after that, Manville police, they go arrest both of these black men, charge them with aggravated sexual assault and aggravated kidnapping. No proof, people. No proof of anything. Just the word of a white woman. That's it. So for Detective Freddie Douglas, he was immediately fired from his position with the El Campo Police Department. Remember, he was Officer of the Year. Okay? They fired him quick. 15-year career, you're out of here. He had to sell his house below market value to cover the legal costs. And he has a white wife also. You know what I mean? He got all kinds of issues. John Marks, the one who lived across the street from Amanda Z, the homeowner, the one with the pool, he went to jail. They held him on $300,000 bond. And this arrest made all kinds of media coverage. And he says this followed him and painted him as a dangerous criminal. And it caused him some financial ruin, social ostracism, all that. You know what I mean? So that's what happened with him. Now here's where it gets complicated. Both of these men insist from the moment of their arrest that John Marks' home security system captured everything that happened that night. They said, go to the footage. That'll clear us. We didn't do anything to this lady. They said the footage shows Amanda Z very relaxed, undressing, doing what she wanted to do, hopping in the pool with us with nothing on, enjoying herself, moving freely through the house. They said, including a stretch of time she was in the house alone while we were outside. She could have just left and ran out if she was scared. Nah, she was there doing what she wanted to do. They said, just check the camera footage. Everything is right there. Now, their complaints allege that the Manville police officers actually did view the footage. And they also have body camera that reportedly caught one of the officers saying something out loud. He said, did she consent? And they move forward with these arrests anyway. So they're saying that these officers, they seen the video footage. They know what's up, but they didn't care. Locked them both up. We got a white woman who said this. We're going to lock up John Marks and Detective Douglas, regardless of their side of the story, regardless of the video footage, because we got a white woman here and we believe her. So time goes on. They got to face the music for this right here. We got a white woman that said you did all these horrible things to her. It goes before a grand jury. A grand jury reviewed the surveillance footage along with all the other evidence. A grand jury, this is two black men and a white woman. The grand jury says no bill, no bill. That means these two black men were not indicted. This criminal case is over. A no bill happens when the grand jury reviews evidence presented by the prosecutor, and the grand jury decides if there's enough probable cause to charge people with a crime. They said, nah, this ain't enough. We seen the video. So if you have two black men and one white woman, if there's anything that they can even make up, they're going to come up with something. And clearly they felt that this white woman was full of crap. These men go home. No charges, nothing like that. They weren't even, it wasn't enough evidence to bring anything to them. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't acquitted or anything, like they didn't have to be. They were not supposed to be arrested in the first place. So these men are free, but they're very upset. So these two black men said, we're suing you. John Marks, the one with the pool in the house, he filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the city of Manville, the police chief named Keith Traylor, two individual officers, and the white woman Amanda Z, alleging false arrests, malicious prosecution, and failure to investigate evidence that could have stopped this whole thing before it started. Facts. The police have the video. They seen it. But they put these men in jail based off of a white woman's word only. Oh, she can't be lying. They're black. I don't care. She's white. We're going to put them in jail. Detective Freddie Douglas, he filed a parallel lawsuit seeking damages for the loss of his career, his home, and his reputation. The Manville police chief pushed back, saying these are false or misleading allegations that you are making against the department. I don't agree with that, he said. You know what I'm saying? So what happened next? The white woman is not giving up. Now they already know that she lied. It's on video. The people who need to know. That's why these men weren't criminally charged. Amanda says, okay, well, I'm going to countersue for aggravated sexual assault, false imprisonment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. She's seeking $1 million in damages from these men. So she's suing them. She said, I'm a countersue. This snowstorm just won't give up. She's maintaining that she was raped, and she says that the surveillance video may have been tampered with before it reached the grand jury. She's not letting it go. There's video evidence that proves that Amanda Z is lying, but she's not letting it go. Now, I must note, on May of this year, Amanda Z filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And under federal bankruptcy laws, filing Chapter 13 bankruptcy triggers an automatic stay, which is a rule that automatically pauses most civil lawsuits against the person who filed. So these two brothers, their lawsuit against this woman is paused because she filed bankruptcy. Some people say that this is a stall tactic because listen, this lady got no leg to stand on, man. They have surveillance footage of everything. She's still claiming like, oh, they must have did something to it. So look, man, that's it. So for these two black men right now, they're still waiting it out. But a judge did ultimately rule that Amanda Z's bankruptcy could no longer halt these civil proceedings. So the court had declined to let the bankruptcy stay pause this case. So now it's back on track, it's moving forward. I don't know what's going to happen. That's it. So for these two black men, I mean, good for them. No criminal charges. Their reputations are destroyed because once you hit the news, you did it anyway. You know how it is. They're suing the people who caused this. And yeah, they should, because it is the local police's fault. I mean, they should be sued and they should have to pay a lot of money for that. You know, but they went with the word of their white sister, and especially with two black men. Come on. I mean, they're going to be all in. It's very messed up because it just shows also how dangerous it is. All it takes is a white woman's word. All it takes is one white person to destroy your entire life. Look at this nobody right here. A lady, her husband is way in Hawaii somewhere. She by herself. She said one thing destroyed these men's entire lives. You know what I mean? You could be an upstanding, doing well businessman, detective of the year and all this other stuff. It do not matter. When it comes to this is a white woman's word and a white man's world. You know, this is why many always say it does not matter if you're a black man. When you're with a white woman, she has social superiority over you. She is the boss. Whatever she says goes, and she knows it usually. She can do a lot of things to you and you'll lose. These men did nothing but chase their desires. I guess people will say based on whatever the detective, his belief system, I don't know. He was married. I don't know. Maybe they do that type of stuff and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what they did wasn't illegal. But many white people do believe that they shouldn't have been able to do this to Amanda Z, even if she said, okay. She's lying. She's not letting it go. I don't know why she won't tap out, because at first I thought maybe it's due to embarrassment, but it's like it can't be because she's the one that caused this. Like this story didn't even have to get out. She made it big. She put herself out there. You know what I mean? So she's definitely mentally off or whatever, but I don't know, man. But listen, man, playing in a snowstorm could turn into a blizzard for you, yo. Dude thought he was going over there to be the birthday boy. He ended up with that orange suit on. And officer of the year at his job, they didn't even give him the time of day. That usually don't happen to officers, people. If a police officer gets caught up in something like that, they don't get fired immediately. I know for a fact. I've been in law enforcement enough, you know what I mean, at one point to know, like, nah, I know guys that actually did that, and usually the job defends you some kind of way. They go all out. If doing things like that, or if you beat your wife, they have a certain person that goes and talks to your wife. Every department has them. You know what I mean? They go talk to your wife and try to get her. That's their job. So when things like this happen, they don't, not for the R word police. No, they don't go down like that. They got rid of his black face quick. And you know what, man? Listen, I don't know about the brother John Marks with the house, but I kind of mix him in with the other one because that's his best friend. But listen, man, I would hate to be around this detective guy, man, the black man, because listen, I I've been around guys like this, Detective Douglas, man. He's a black man officer, detective. He got Officer of the Year in his town in Texas. You don't get that unless you got peckerhead qualities. You know what I mean? He got to have some peckerhead qualities. He got the white wife. He loves the snow. Probably a real hard conversation to have. He's one of them guys that I probably would have stayed away from or stay away from, but he don't deserve to go to jail. And I hope he do get his bag of money, but I don't think I would like him, man. Officer of the Year. Listen, people, I don't know. If you've been in law enforcement, you hear anybody that got Officer of the Year, you're not in a hood area, you're not in the metro areas or nothing like that. Even if you are, you got Officer of the Year, you this black dude, man. Nah, you got peckerhead values, man. I mean, come on. You got some peckerhead values from what I see. But that doesn't mean that I feel as though this man should have to go to jail. He didn't do nothing, you know what I mean? He went out there thinking it wasn't real, playing in a snowstorm, figured, oh, I'm the birthday boy, and got caught up. White lady destroyed his entire life. Anyway, people get in the comments, easy.